For years, we relied on mechanical gauges to know how fast we were going, what gear we were in, and if we were about to run out of gas. Well, all of that has changed, and it actually started with Buick. So here to bring us up to speed is Jamie Cobb with Guadney Buick GMC.
Good morning.
Good morning. Always so good to see you. Now, when we drive these cars together for our Mechanic Monday segments, the first thing I notice are the touch screens that have replaced the radio, the AC, speedometer. When did this trend get started?
Well, you know, it actually started a while back. Buick started with screens coming up, and people were like, wow, this is just too new of technology for this year model vehicles. So it's evolved over the years. We progressed pretty rapidly, and then if you remember, back in 2020, we had the chip crisis. So a lot of these things were already in place, and we were looking forward to having them introduced earlier in our model years, but they got delayed. So now this technology is coming out real rapidly. And, you know, we see from dashboards looking straight ahead through the steering wheel, you used to see needles, actual mechanical needles behind there. Now we're seeing either needles that look like needles, but they're digital illuminations, or you can change everything to graphs, meters, barcodes that you're seeing. So
circle graphs,
absolutely,
you
can customize it to however you want to look at that dash.
In the last year or so, new GM vehicles seem to be associated with Google. What is that connection?
Okay, so basically the new touch screens in the vehicle have a processor in them just like a computer. So a lot of them come with Google Maps already in them. These vehicles have Wi-Fi, so you can log in and download your favorite apps just like you do on your cell phone. And then these apps become usable in the vehicle. Alexa, Amazon, those things. Alexa, open up my garage door. And you don't even have to touch anything. You do all that through the voice commands of the vehicle.
Even though some LCD panels still have, you touch them obviously, but there's still the physical buttons that people can touch.
Sure.
Is there research out there that people prefer both?
Yeah, and only because, you know, we get more distracted if we have to look at a panel to find an icon to touch something or change something. If you know that your fan speed switch is in this spot, you can still keep your eyes on the road, turn the AC unit up or down, maybe change the radio volume without having to look for that particular icon or button.
The screens seem to allow for options that would not exist without them. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so so going in and putting it into different settings that the vehicle has available to you, certain parameters that you want, how the stereo sounds in the vehicle, who's driving the vehicle, which driver, which phone is connected to the vehicle. So again, a ton of custom options, and we can set this up for you when you buy the vehicle at time of delivery. We recommend that you don't try to do this while you're driving down the road. Actually, most of those functions are not available while the vehicle is being driven. It kind of locks you out, and it'll say this option is not available while the vehicle's in gear.
Yeah, you're telling me one of those features is like for teen drivers, so
Absolutely.
You can really limit some of the things that they're able to access?
Absolutely. As the parent or who has access to that radio, you go in and put in a code or a PIN number, and you set that driver mode to where the volume can only go up so high on the radio. The seatbelt must be plugged in or connected for the vehicle to go into gear. Or even for the radio to operate. So you customize those features, and then you can set those settings and lock it, and then that way when you hand them that fob, that key remote, that vehicle is already in that teen driver mode. And then obviously if you're going to drive the vehicle, you can unlock those features. So.
Yeah. Well, LCD screens have not only replaced what would generally be down the center console. Some vehicles no longer have physical gauges in front of the steering wheel. What benefits does that bring?
Well, a lot of that, again, with the LCD screen right in front of the driver view, you don't have to take your eyes off looking forward and look down. For instance, where originally if you had your Google Maps or your phone connected through a cable and or Bluetooth, you still might have to look down at the center console to see where you're going. Now that display is right in front of you on the dash where your gauges would be. But again, with a touch of a button on the steering wheel, you can toggle through those screens. The whole idea is to keep you looking forward, eyes focused on the road. It's just like with the Super Cruise. You know, people think, well, if I I can take my eyes off the road. I can put it in Super Cruise mode. I don't have to pay attention. I can take my hands off the steering wheel. If that sensor doesn't see your eyes looking forward, it'll automatically disconnect.
Yeah.
So,
Still, it seems like you're getting more distractions, but I feel like there's more safety.
Absolutely, definitely
these
more
options.
safety built in.
Yes. Where can people come to experience all of this technology for themselves?
Gwatney Buick GMC next to Sam's Club in North Little Rock. Come see us. We'll put you behind the wheel, or go gwatney.com. You can come see us there, and be glad to hook you up in a new technology.
Love it. Jamie, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. We'll have more Good Morning Arkansas after this.